Hello students, welcome to Learner's Planet. Now this is our last theory session for matter in our surroundings. In this session we'll be discussing about effect of pressure on the state of matter. Say if I'm increasing pressure, what will happen to the state? If I'm decreasing pressure, what will happen to its state? Basically this is studied for gaseous state of matter. And we'll be also discussing about the fourth state of matter, that is the plasma state. So let's start our theory session here. Effect of change of pressure. The physical state of matter can also be changed by increasing pressure or decreasing pressure. So we have seen by increasing temperature, the state can change from solid to liquid or liquid to solid. Or by decreasing temperature, the state can change from gas to liquid, liquid to solid, the reverse. Likewise, if the pressure is increased or decreased, the state can be changed. This can be observed in case of gases. Say the gas particles. The gas particles, they've got negligible force of attraction between them. They are in continuous motion, colliding with each other, colliding with the wall of the vessel, thus creating some pressure. Now, if these gas particles, if the pressure is increased on these gas particles, what will happen? In the previous session, I told you that pressure has got inverse relation with the volume. Obviously, if I'm pressing this, see the amount of space between these gas particles. It's large. Gases are compressible. We can press the gas. We can compress the gas. Now if I'm applying pressure on this gas, what will happen? The particles will come close together. And the volume will decrease. So if the particles are close together, they'll face some force of attraction. Though it is a weak force of attraction, if two particles are close together, right? If I'm taking particles as atoms, now these atoms are made up of electrons and protons, right? Electrons are negatively charged particles. Protons are positively charged particles. So there will be some force of attraction between protons of one atom and the electrons of other atom. That is the nucleus of one atom. Say this is an atom. It has got a nucleus which contains protons. Now these protons are positively charged particles with an electron surrounding it. There's another particle with a nucleus at the center and with electrons surrounding it. Though there will be some repulsion force also between the electrons, but there will be some attractive force also between the nucleus of one atom and the electron of the other. So all these particles, they are again made up of atoms. These atoms are made up of electrons and protons. These are charged particles. So there is force of attraction between them. So when they are in gaseous phase, these particles are far off from each other. So the force of attraction is negligible. But when the pressure is increased, the particles come closer. When they come closer, the force of attraction is there between, or the force of attraction starts operating between them. And thus changing gas to liquid. And also, and some solids like solid carbon dioxide can change into gases by decreasing the pressure. We have seen this in the previous session. Now let's discuss one more concept, that is liquefaction of gases. Liquefaction of gases, sorry. It is liquefaction of gases, students. The spelling is not wrong. It is right. It is called as liquefaction of gases. When pressure is increased and temperature is lowered. Say if I'm only talking about pressure, what will happen? When the pressure is increased, the volume decreases, the particles, they come closer to each other, the force of attraction is there, and the state changes from the gaseous to the liquid. Now when both the things are done, when pressure is increased and temperature is lowered. So when temperature is lowered, what will happen? when temperature is lowered. See, gas particles, they are moving here and there. They are in random motion. Now, when the temperature is lowered, means what? The energy is released by the gas particles. Released by gas particles, by gas. When the energy is released, their potential energy will decrease. When their potential energy will decrease, the movement or the rate of or their movement will decrease, and the particles will try to settle closely. Right? They will come close to each other. Okay? So this will change the substance from the gas to the liquid state. So when the pressure is increased and the temperature is lowered, gases can be liquefied. The molecules of gases are in a state of continuous rapid motion with negligible force of attraction between them. Now, every molecule has almost independent existence. Now, when pressure is increased, the volume is decreased. Temperature is lowered, the kinetic energy of the molecules decreases. The molecules come closer because they are unable to resist the attractive forces that start operating between them. That is, when the molecules will come closer, there will be some force of attraction between them. So the molecules come closer and closer, thus changing into liquid state. Right? So what happens when the pressure is increased? When the pressure on the gas is increased, its volume decreases. Right? And if temperature is also lowered, the gases, they change to liquid. So this is what is called as liquefaction of gases. The bigger is the size of the particle of gas, the more is the force of attraction between them, easily it can be liquefied. Say if I am taking helium or hydrogen, they cannot be liquefied. Why so? Because they are very, very small. They are very small. And even if the pressure is increased and temperature is lowered, they will not liquefy. Even hydrogen gets liquefied at a temperature of minus 250 something. Minus 250 degrees centigrades. Right? But if I am taking gases like SO2, HCl, now these are big molecules. The force of attraction between these molecules, say SO2 gas, it will have large number of SO2 particles. Now these are big particles. So they have got large force of attraction between them. So they will be liquefied easily. But the gases like helium, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, the particles are very, very small. And they are liquefied at very, very low temperature. Right? So gases can be liquefied at high pressure and low temperature. So this is all about the change in states of matter. Now let's discuss something about the new state of matter. It's not new actually. The plasma state, that is the fourth state of matter. That is plasma. So this is plasma. It's a beautiful picture of plasma. And what is it? See students, if gaseous state of matter, if this gas is heated to a very high temperature, right, or large amount of heat energy is given to it. So the atoms which are present in this gas, say if there is helium gas or if there is a hydrogen gas or neon or argon, any gas, if it's heated to high temperature, what will happen? It will undergo ionization. The atoms will undergo ionization. Now what do you mean by ionization? The gases, the atoms will change to its ionic state. They'll become either positively charged or negatively charged. So the gases, they exist in the ionized state at very high temperatures. Now these gases can be ionized either can also be ionized by passing electric current, electromagnetic current, or the electric current, or by microwaves. Fine? And the gases in the ionized state exist in the stars and in the sun also because of the high temperature. Plasma is a state of matter gas in which certain portion of particles are ionized. That is, the gases, the atoms, they exist in the form of ions. The atoms get ionized. Heating a gas may ionize its molecules and atoms. That is, reduce or increase the number of electrons in them. What is ionization? Ionization is conversion to either the cation or anion. So if it's neon, it will be changed to its cation. It will be decreased. The number of electrons is decreased. If it's sodium, it will be changed to its sodium ion. The number of electrons is decreased. So the number of electrons in the molecules in the atoms will be either decreased or increased, thus turning it into plasma, which contains charged particles, positive ions and negative ions or electrons. See, if sodium is ionized, or if hydrogen is ionized, it will exist as 2 of H plus. So where these 2 electrons will go? Each of the hydrogen atom will lose 1 electron and form H plus ion. So where this electron will go? It will also remain in this gas only. So this is called as the plasma state. What is plasma? It is a state of matter gas in which a certain portion of particles are ionized. Now, ionization can be induced by other means such as strong electromagnetic field applied with laser or microwave generator. Or even at high temperatures, the gases get ionized. Now, where is this plasma present? The fluorescent tube and neon sign bulbs, they consist of plasma. Fluorescent tube, they consist of some gas. Even neon is a gas. Now, when the electricity is supplied there or energy is supplied there, it gets ionized and it glows. Ionized means it is losing the electron. So if neon, it is losing the electron. This electron absorbs energy, reaches to a higher state and comes back. So whatever energy it has absorbed, it will emit that amount of energy, giving a particular color to a gas or giving a particular color. Say inside neon sign bulb, there is neon gas, and inside a fluorescent tube, there is helium gas. So what happens? They lose electron, changing into, say, neon plus, plus of electron. Now whatever energy is supplied will be absorbed by this electron. When it has absorbed energy, it will reach to a higher energy level. Now when it comes back from this energy level to the lower one, it will emit that particular energy, whatever it has absorbed. It is discussed in details in your higher grades. Here you just understand that plasma is a state of matter gas where the particles are ionized, where some of the particles are ionized, or the ionized gases. Now inside a neon sign bulb, there is neon gas. Inside a fluorescent tube, there is helium gas or some other gas. The gas gets ionized, that is, gets charged when electrical energy flows through it. When the electrical energy flows, the gas atoms, they get ionized. They lose electron and change into their respective ions. It can be the positive ion or the negative ion or the electrons. Say when they are changing to the positive state, they lose electrons. Now this charging up creates the plasma glowing inside the tube or the bulb. The plasma glows with a special color depending on the nature of the gas. So it depends on the nature of gas what color you are getting. So this is what is the plasma state. The other type of particles or the other type of state, that is the Bose-Einstein condensate. This was also given by Satyendranath Bose and Einstein, and they proposed that there is another state of matter, and that is, they named it as Bose-Einstein condensate. Now how it is obtained? It is obtained by cooling the gas of extremely low density to about 100,000th of the density of normal air. See, the gas of extremely low density, let's take up helium, and if it's cooled to 100,000th of the density of the air, then this Bose-Einstein condensate is obtained. Right? So this completes your topic, students. I hope you have enjoyed this and understood this also. So after listening the sessions, do go through the text and solve the questions. So thank you, students, for listening patiently, and just read your text. This topic is an easy topic, but at the same time it is very, very important. So you should not skip it. Read each and every concept and try to understand it. So thank you once again, and do have a nice time ahead.